In terms of Luka's situation, we're uncertain as to his status. We do not have the diagnostic test results yet, the MRI results. So that will certainly have something to do with it, and mostly it'll have to do with how he's feeling, and if he feels that he can play effectively on it. So that's what I know right now.
Okay, we'll start in the room here with Brad.
How much difference does it make psychologically knowing that you have, whether you have full Luka, partial Luka, or no Luka, you play 14 games without him, and in game 2 you played with long stretches without him and still won?
Look, we have good depth. We have the ability to play without him. But he's one of the best players in the world. And so, if we have to play without him, it's a big loss. But that said, I'm very confident in the guys that we're going to have available. And if that's the hand that we're dealt, we're going to do it at a high level and to the best of our ability.
Okay, and Mark?
Rick, not just yesterday, but in general with Luka and handling injuries, what jumps out to you with how he goes about playing through pain?
Well, he's a very tough person. Very, has a high pain tolerance. I believe that he has played hurt a lot in his career, in his young career. I sense that he did it pretty frequently in Europe, and he plays hurt a lot. I mean, he is constantly hitting the floor, getting whacked, getting hit across the head, getting poked in the eye, all that stuff. And so he plays hurt on a pretty regular basis. We do not want him to play injured, though. That's a different situation. You're bringing greater risk into it. And so, but we'll see. We'll see where things are tomorrow. The quick turnaround presents more challenges, but we'll see. This, in some ways, it's what we can do to help make the situation better, and in some ways, you're dealing with Mother Nature.
Okay, last one here in the room is Kyle.
Pretty dramatic subject change here, but Boban, we've seen sort of the levity he brings, even in a game itself. When you guys are, staying here around each other for long periods of time, what does having his personality do in terms of maybe just keeping things light?
Well, he does that. He's Mr. Levity. He's got an amazing personality. He's got an infectious positivity as a person. The first day I met him, when he arrived in Dallas in September, he walked in talking about how good he feels about being in Dallas, how nice everybody in the airport seems. The house that they rented is a great house. Everything was really, really upbeat. And then I saw the TV thing the other night with Charles and Shaq, and look, this guy's, he's a priceless gem. I mean, he's just, there's no way you can duplicate this, but he's a serious basketball player too, and he's done some very good things in this series so far, and we need him on the floor too. He's not just some kind of a wind-up comedy toy, and that's not how we should look at him. I mean, he's a terrific basketball player and a great person and a big part of this team.
Okay, Rick, we'll go over to Zoom, starting with NBA TV.
Trey Burke and just what you've seen from him so far.
Well, we like Trey. He was with us last year after the trade. We were unable to retain him because he had other options, and our roster was changing as well. this year with Brunson being out, we felt that he was the best player available in the free agent replacement market, for lack of a better term. And I always liked him. I mean, he's established himself as an NBA scorer. His defense has gotten better. He plays with a positive vibe, and he's an energy giver on the floor. And so, he's been a difference maker for us.
Okay, Matt.
Rick, you talked about not wanting Luka to play injured. How do you define the difference between playing hurt and playing injured, Coach?
Well, some of it's going to be based upon the MRI results. Some of it certainly is based on how he feels and his desire to play or not play. And some of it's going to come down to what Casey Smith believes is the right thing for Luka and for the team. And so that's how we'll gauge it. It's not a simple open-close type thing. We're playing for our lives here. We're playing to tie the series tomorrow. It's a tough series against a very physical team, and we need as many of our weapons as we can have available.
Okay, two more. Blaine.
How much point guard has played this year? Would you rather have him playing the two spot where he seems to be more comfortable, or are you more okay with him playing the point guard?
At this point, we've got to go with whatever we believe is going to work at a particular moment, a particular stretch of time. Seth did play some point guard last night. I thought he played it very well. 3 years ago when he was with us, he played. We started him at point for a pretty significant amount of time to see, the viability of him playing that position. And he did a good job. I mean, his natural position is two, but he's certainly able and capable of playing the one. And so, look, I'm not going to talk about our lineup stuff for tomorrow and our contingencies and so on and so forth. But when you get to this point of the season, a lot of things become positionless, and you want to have your best players on the floor as much as possible.
Okay, last one, Tim McMahon.
Eric, when do you anticipate that Luka will get on that ankle and give it a test? Is that something where he'll do anything today or tonight, or does that wait until tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe that this is going to be most likely a game-time decision type of situation. But I don't know. I can't tell you the exact timing. He is not doing anything on the floor today. It's treatment, and we're trying to get him an MRI. There was an issue with the MRI machine here, and they're trying to get that resolved so that we can get the MRI done. And again, it's the rest of it is as I guess I've stated. We got to measure a lot of things. Relative to how he's feeling, what the diagnostic test looks like, and what our trainers feel. So we'll see. I wish I knew right now, but I don't. So tonight's a big night in terms of how he feels in the morning.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.